we're previewing Saturday's game at Turf Moor against Burnley. We'll have 15 minutes for broadcast and then last after that as well. When you're ready. Let's go.
I'm ready. Thank you, Colin.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Can we get any injury updates to begin with?
Yes, we have.
I guess mainly.
Yes, for the Saturday match, we are going to be without Issa. Issa Diop got hamstring issue. Let's see, he's going to do an exam and we are going to be more clear about it, but he's going to be out for sure to the next game, as the same Raul Jimenez, both they are going to be out from the Burnley game. Players Eric Wilson and Adam Traore.
With Raul Jimenez, do you know any more yet?
It's hamstring injury as well. Let's see how long it can be. Too early now to say how many weeks can be, but it's not something that is going to be quick.
So it's weeks rather than days?
Yeah. Both.
It's deadline day. Are you excited?
I'm looking excited or not?
Really?
Okay, it's the deadline day. For me, what I'm doing, we had a session, we are preparing the Burnley game, and this is the most important thing, of course. Behind the scenes, the club is trying to do something. Let's see what is going to happen.
Does the situation now with Raul add to the need for some goals to come in?
Not just because Raul got injured. I think from last summer we, even with Raul in our squad, we sold a striker for a big amount of money. We were not able to replace him last summer, and until now we have been not able to sign another one. That is the reality. It's not just because Raul got injured that is more important now to sign one. Was important last summer and was important from the beginning of the window.
There's a young striker, Premier League quality, lives and trains 8 miles down the road, Armando Broja. Would you be having interest in bringing him in?
No, I'm not going to make any comments on players or rumours or all that stuff. It's not. I think it's not necessary, really. It's something that normally I don't do, to talk about players from the other clubs. I'm here to talk about our players, and the most important thing right now for us to talk is the game against Burnley. I understand, of course, the questions. Of course, we are in the deadline day. But about the other players and rumours, I'm not going to talk about.
It would make sense, I guess. A lot of people are saying that because geography of it, because he wants to play, Chelsea want him to play, you show you can get the best out of players. It would all make sense if the money could be made to work. Is that your understanding?
I don't know. It's a situation that I don't want to talk about because it's not. I'm not involved in this type of situations, or the negotiations. Not for me to talk about with the player A, B, C, or D. They are not our players, and I'm not going to talk about it.
And obviously, going the other way, do you expect anybody, if not anyone coming in at the moment? We never know, obviously, with some time to go, but going the other way, going out, do you?
No, just Ty Francois is going to be on loan. It's going to Denmark. Let's see if the things are going to be official the next few hours, but probably is in his way to go.
Sorry?
Ty Francois.
Okay. So in terms of, because of the Raul situation, as we talk of the Vinicius and Nunes, they're not going.
No, they did train with the team in the morning. We are preparing the game with both with the team, and that is the reality right now.
Burnley?
Yeah.
They sprung a bit of a surprise when they played here earlier in the season. Can you use that as part of your preparations for the game to learn from that?
Is one of the things that we are going to use for sure. If you can repeat that first half, that the way you played is going to be good, because you played really well. We had a very good first half against them. We haven't scored, but we had a very good first half. Second half that we started was completely the opposite, and they scored an early goal in the second half, and of course it was more difficult for us to go. Of course, we analyze. We are going to with the players to see some important moments as well, like we do with all the teams, to prepare well the players for the game.
Just another example of how every team in this league can
definitely
be a really difficult opponent.
No, definitely, no doubts. I'm repeating every single week here how it's difficult. Premier League, we don't have and you don't take nothing guaranteed really, because it's really tough to play against any side. Again, if you play home or away, it's always difficult to go there to play away from home against Burnley, and we have to do our part really on it. It's an important game for us. We really know that it's really, really important for them as well. Any game they have, they see it as the opportunity to start to get more points, and for us it's really, really important. It's a massive game for us, and it's the way we are going to prepare the game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Roger.
Hi, Marco.
Hi.
Just go back to the transfers. You mentioned before you lost a striker right at the end of the last window, and you knew in the summer that you were going to need a striker. Did you then really expect that you would get someone in this January because it was such a pressing need?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Did you fully expect to have a striker arrive this January, bearing in mind you were without one since last summer, and it was something that...
No, when I said to you, okay, for some of you last week, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, that I expected some really quiet window, I was speaking about financial point of view, the feedback that I got from the club, that if you have the funds or not to spend, and was not possible, or was not really something that we was possible from the club to do it. And I was honest with you. One thing is what we needed, the other thing is what is possible for us to do it, and sometimes the things cannot be together, and it was the case for us. Of course, we are looking to reinforce some of the positions in our attacking line, clear, not just one position. They were the targets for us from when we started to plan the window till now. Both positions were not possible, and of course we are working with the players to prepare them for the matches. That's it.
Is that quite easy for you to accept, that you knew the situation going into the January? Because it must be frustrating as a manager wanting to bring players.
If it's easy or not, okay, I'll prefer to keep for me. I'll not make any comments on that. That is the reality of the club right now.
Looking again at Burnley, and you talked before about the game against them in December, and I looked at the post-match interview from that one, and your comments were there when we played well, we had lots of chances, I think it was 19 chances, and we didn't score any goals. And then I saw the post-match from the game the other night, and it was very, very, very similar. And you talked about decision-making and things like that. Is that something you can teach on the training ground?
Of course, it's something that we work, and we are working, and you can work even more, of course. After comes the individual talent of each player. Of course, it's not if you have the talent to work with, is going to be quicker to reach certain type of level. Of course, I really believe that keep working really hard and in the right direction to improve these type of things is important. Of course, after come the individual talent as well, and the individual skills to take decisions as well on the pitch. I think both things they have to be together. But yes, we can work. We have been working, and we keep working on that situation. I would not like to repeat always the same thing, but I think not just my comments after the games in interviews. Okay, last game was a good example. We had more than 20 shots against a strong side away from home. Everton is being a really strong side away from home, and the way we were so dominant more second half, the way we play most of the time in our offensive half with the chances and shots and corners, everything. Of course, we expected to score. And when I said about the Burnley game in that last December was more first half than the second, I have really the game in my mind. And first half we are really on the front foot. We did create enough to be leading at the half time. Second half was not at the level that should be.
We look at Burnley, where they are on the table, and you consider that last season they came up as champions, over 100 points in the championship. But they've really struggled. You came up before, and you managed to really hold your own in the Premier League. Where have they struggled? Why have they found it difficult?
You know, always important to start strong, or to have an impact straight away when you come from a championship and a successful championship season, and the winning mentality, the winning feeling that we got when you are champion or when you got the promotion. It's important to try to keep and to have an impact straight away in the Premier League. Probably, of course, was what they tried for sure, and what Vincent tried as well. For some reasons, they didn't start so well that they expected. Okay, some changes, some young boys as well with a lot of talent. They have some young players, but with talent as well. And of course, it's something that they tried from the beginning of the season to get better results, to lift the confidence and to start to have that winning feeling and winning mentality that they showed last season. And for sure, they are trying to do for the second round what in some moments they didn't first. But we are going to respect them because we know what they are capable to do. For example, against us and other games in Premier League so far, and of course because that is, I said that is a really important game for us too, not just for them.
Have you noticed anything that they've done differently? Have they adapted? Do you think that they're a different side now than the team that came up in, last?
No, okay. You have to adjust always some things. You have to always to understand the difference between one competition and the other. The teams that we are playing and we are facing every single week. At the end now, we and them, we are in the best and the most difficult competition in the world. Some adjust, but what I see, and of course we follow last season too, the same idea. Okay, the same manager. Of course, normally you keep the same principles, and the major ones are there. You can feel that if you try to see last season or you had an idea how they played last season, you don't see many difference for this season. Of course, it's a process, and they are in the same process. And of course, they're trying to do the things in the way that the manager believes, and of course the players they go in that direction.
Is it an admirable thing that the manager wants to stick to his principles? Results might not have gone his way, but he's got an idea of how he wants to play.
No, of course it is, and it's clear knowing Vincent and the way they played last season. If you want even to go back where he was before, and the idea is the same, and of course it's a process that you can feel that they are building from the first day he joined the football club. Last season was a huge successful for them. This season they are fighting like some more teams to keep in Premier League. It's a big fight always, and of course what I'm 100% sure they are not going to give up never, because you can feel it from when you play against them. You can feel in the games, even if they are not leading score, they never stop and they are always there fighting. And of course, as I said before, I believe that they have the quality to get points.
That's great, thanks a lot.
Robert, do you have anything for broadcast? You're good, thank you. Get us cameras off, please. We'll move on to the written section.